MATOKA が参ります。ご注意ください。
Hey friends, what's good? So recently I was at the Chinese supermarket because rice, obviously, duh. And I happened to also find a childhood snack that I used to eat at school when I was in, I think it was elementary school or something like that. And when I saw this snack, I just remember being criticized for it all the time. And I think if you're Asian American and was like raised in America and you bring Asian snacks to school and all of the people who aren't Asian who are your friends and they're like, what's that? Like we've all had that experience. So I wrote a quick poem about my experience with this special Chinese snack and me sharing it with my friends and being ridiculed for it. So I will just read it out loud here. I feel like I'm in school again. I'm giving a speech or like sharing my poem. So this is my poem. There once was a boy who brought snacks to school. He thought if he shared them, he would be cool. His friends did not know of this strange Chinese snack. They tried it and gagged like a poison attack. The boy felt so bad that he ran far away. He has not eaten that snack since that horrible day. Thank you. Thank you. I know it was such a great poem. Those rhymes. Amazing. I haven't eaten this snack since I got criticized for it in school. And I was like, it's been what? It's been a long time since then. So I decided to buy it and try it and see if I still like it, because the affiliation that I have with the snack in my mind is just like kids laughing at me for eating it. And it's not like the smell or anything like that. They just like didn't like the taste and they were like, oh, you're weird for eating that. And then that like ingrained in my mind and now I have mental struggles towards the snack. Not, well, in my life too, but just not, you know. Anyways, so I thought I'd share this snack with you guys just because I didn't have very many Asian friends growing up. So I didn't know like what Asian like children eat, I guess. And my upbringing wasn't like super Asian either, so I wasn't going to like a Chinese school or a Japanese school because I was very shy and I could barely deal with regular school. So to be put in another school would have been traumatic and I probably would have not grown up correctly. I'm very different now. Let's make that completely crystal clear, okay? But when I was a child, I remember like my mind was just so empathetic, I think. If we were at the mall and a child like stole a sample and then the mom's like, bad child, and then the child starts crying, and I would see that and I would start crying too because I was so empathetic towards that child who actually did a bad thing and should be punished in the first place, but just the punishment itself somehow relayed onto my life. Now I'm just like stone cold, emotionless. I haven't shed a tear in decades. But enough of me talking about my sad, depressing past. Let's talk about the snack that I am revisiting within my life. Now, I assume that this is like a popular snack. I don't know why. It's a Chinese snack. I just assume that's popular even though I have no idea why I would think that. Maybe I'm just like very self-centered. I'm like, oh, it's popular because I would eat it, so that means it has to be popular. But these are the snacks I'm talking about. Do you know them? Any Asian people, do you know what this is? But it's called Haw Flakes. I assume it's a staple of Chinese young people. Like, it's so ironic that it's called Haw Flakes too, because I can just hear like the kid laughing at me eating this, just ha ha ha, and that's not a great memory. Anyways, but so it's like individually packaged inside this thing, and then they're like little saucers. Let's just read the ingredients. So it's haw, cane sugar, water, FD and cred number 40, and sodium benzoate. Which those, now that just doesn't sound very good anymore. So I don't think they're necessarily healthy. I was always kind of like a little skeptical about this too, because sometimes they kind of just like looked weird when you took it out of the package. Like sometimes they tasted right and then sometimes they tasted like dog food a little bit. Enough rambling. I'm gonna open this and actually try it for the first time in decades, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna like it still. I don't know. Let's open it. So, It comes in like these individual ones, and it says Haw Flakes. And then you just take off this paper, and then it comes in this little foil, and you unfoil it. And then it has these in it. Is it not focusing? Focus. And then you just take one out. Oh my. And it's a little saucer. Oh, it's so blurred out because of the lighting. I apologize. Okay. Itadakimasu. Like, okay. So honestly, like if I'm being real, I wasn't super like hurt that they didn't like it and they were like, ew, how can you eat this? This is weird. Because the taste is really weird. Like it's still sweet and it's not a bad taste, but the texture is kind of like, it's honestly kind of like clay, I think. Like you could build a nice like road with something like this. I mean, I still like it, so I'm having another one. But like, I understand why they would be like, ew, what the hell is this? Because it's one of those things where it's like, if you don't grow up with it, you aren't gonna like it. Or like, it's just gonna be weird to you. Like, I never grew up with durian as a child. So, I have tried it once. Wasn't the best, but it wasn't like horrible either. To me, it tastes like gasoline for some reason. I don't really know why. You know, sometimes you kind of like go to the gas station because you like the smell of gasoline and you just kind of hang out for a little bit. And it's more to like gas up your car, right? But then you're just like, I'm gonna chill here for a little bit, and then you get going because it gets kind of weird. But that was my experience with durian, and I feel like that could be like, okay, this, okay, it doesn't smell super great either. But durian smells like real bad. This smells okay, like eh. If you're not used to it, I understand. Like, I feel like this is very much something where you had to like grow up eating it in order to like it. And my mom introduced it to me in Chinatown because it's what she used to eat as a kid too. So that's probably why I just like grew up kind of liking it. But it is sweet and it is a little tangy. But it also kind of is like chunky sand as well. Especially like when you chew it up. It just tastes like plaster or something. I don't know. Like the texture, not like the actual taste. But that's my like decade plus review of trying Haw Flakes again. I don't hate them, and they're literally, I think it's like 99 cents for one whole package, and there's like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So if you haven't had this before, I feel like you should try it. Are you gonna like it? I don't know. Honestly, probably not. I mean, if you're Asian, you probably will. If you're not, it's like a weird distinct flavor. And I'm sure a lot of Asian people don't like it either. But, you know, it's like, these are still like low-key harmless. It's not like I brought durian to school. It's not like I brought dried fish or something that's like, the principal is like, okay, we gotta send you home because that just smells rancid, right? I mean, yeah, that's the story of my childhood. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know in the comments if you have ever had Haw Flakes. Also, like, what's your, like, Chinese or Asian snack that people were like kind of weirded out about. If you like videos like this, make sure to like it. Also subscribe if you haven't. That will make me super duper happy. And I'll see you next time. Peace.